Hey guys, good morning. So this is Tuesday, February 23rd, and this is your last phonics lesson in Unit 4. We're going to do two lessons today really quickly, but they're really not that much, just basically just reading the stories. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so we can get started. Okay, so we're going to start with lesson 22 in Unit 4. And our learning targets are I can complete my comprehension and grammar assessments. All right, so in your assignments today, you're going to have worksheet 22.1, okay? But you're going to need to read the story, the tally in our reader first, okay? So to tally means to count up or to add things. So we're going to continue reading about Kim and her job hunt in the story, The Tally. Where was Kim in our last story? Where do we remember where she was? She was at the grocery store and she was doing the tests that Mr. Fremont had for her. She was doing a tally of and the inventory. Okay, so we're going to read the story, The Tally, and after we read the story, you are going to complete worksheet 22.1, okay? And I want you to make sure that you are going back into the story to look for the answers. Don't just choose the answers just because. Go back and find the answers, okay? So let's look at the story, The Tally. All right, so here's something really, really cool, guys. I told you yesterday that I found the little tool to be able to leave you comments. Well, I read the story for you. So if you want to just listen to me reading the story instead of you reading it, that is perfectly fine. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and let you listen to me read it here. Here we go. Okay, sorry about that. I forgot to scroll down so you could see everything while I was reading it to you. Okay, so that is the story, The Tally. So then you are going to open up worksheet 22.1 in your Google assignment, and it is questions about the story. There are 10 questions, okay? Please go back, listen to the story again, look through the story, find the answers in the story, okay? All right, so, and then you're going to do the grammar assessment. And this is just a review of all the stuff that you have learned through Unit 4, like how to write a name and title and abbreviation correctly. You're going to circle the nouns and the verbs. Okay. It's okay. So for I'll read the directions. Part 1 says, have students fill in the bubble next to the correct answer. Part 2, have students draw a circle around the common nouns, a box around the proper nouns, and a wiggly line under the verb. So this is just like the one that you did yesterday. You're going to put a circle around the common nouns, a box around the proper nouns, and a wiggly line under the verbs. Okay, part 3, you're just going to retype the sentence correctly, showing me where the mistakes were. Part 4, you're going to take these singular nouns and change them into plural nouns. And then part 5 and 6, you're going to choose the correct being verb. Are you going to use am, are, or is, or are you going to use the past tense of was and were? Okay. Be careful because these two are actually going to be used as grades on your report card. So please do your very best, okay? Okay, so that is the end of lesson 22. And your learning target was, I can complete my comprehension and grammar assessments. So now we're gonna do lesson 23. It technically says 23 through 25, but we're only gonna do it just today, okay? So our learning targets, I can complete my Unit 4 assessment. We are doing this part. All right, so the next story that we're listening to is The Visit. And I didn't read this one yet on the thing. I'll do that later in a few minutes. I'll read it to you right now. I'm going to make it 2-page so I can see both pages. All right, this is called The Visit. Kim was happy that she had found herself a summer job. Let's go and visit Mom, she said. She will be finished teaching by the time we get there. Mrs. Gunter was a math teacher. She taught at a college in Lower Manhattan. Kim held up a hand to hail a cab. A yellow cab screeched to a stop on the side of the street. Kurt and Kim hopped in. Where to? Asked the driver. Kim told him the address. The cab went shooting off. Wind came in the windows as the cab sped past stores on both sides. Kurt hung on tight. It was a crazy ride. The cabman was weaving in and out of traffic. Kurt thought they might crash. Part of him was frightened, but part of him driving at that speed exciting. It was like riding in a race car. Do you have a license to drive? Kurt called to the driver. Yes, all cab drivers must have a license, the driver said. And they teach you to drive like this? No, no, said the driver. It takes years and years of driving to become an expert like me. They made it safely. Kim paid the driver and gave him a tip. She and Kurt went in to see their mom. Mrs. Gunter gave Kim a big hug. Kurt snuck in between them so he could be part of the hug too. Then Kim told her how Mom told her mom how they had spent the day. Kim listed places they had visited. She explained what had happened with Tom and Beth, with Alberto at the corner market, with Dwight, the man of light, with Hester the florist, and at last with Mr. Fremont. She told her mom how she had used math to help her get her job at the grocery. By the end of the story, Mrs. Gunter was beaming. You see, she said, I told you math would help you out one day. You thought I was crazy. You were right, said Kim. Mr. Fremont was really impressed that I could add up the tally without the cash register and also add in the sales tax. Good for you, said her mom. I'm so proud of you. I never dreamed I would have it in a grocery, added Kim, but I think it's going to be a good job for me. It may not be the job of your dreams, said her mom, but a job. The next job you get can be better, and the next one can be even better. If you study hard in college, you will have a chance to get the job of your dreams someday. Until then, just do a good job and save as much of your paycheck as you can. I will, said Kim. Let's do something fun, said Kurt. I know, said their mom. Let's celebrate Kim's new job by getting some subs and snacks and going down to Battery Park for a picnic. Are you two hungry for dinner? You bet, said Kurt. This is crazy, Kim said. Mom, all day Kurt ate and ate. Each time I got him a snack, I said, that's the end of that. But he was still hungry. Well, he's a strong, growing child, said Mrs. Gunter, and he was busy all day. That's right, said Kurt. They went to a sub shop nearby. Mrs. Gunter ordered a sub for each of them, plus some snacks and drinks. Then Mrs. Gunter hailed a cab. The three of them got in. The cab took them down the West Side Highway. It dropped them off in Battery Park on the south end of Manhattan. All right, so that was the story The Visit, and we have one more story to read in Unit 4, and it is called Battery Park. Uh-oh, I clicked on the wrong thing. Nope, okay, hold on one second. Let me fix my mistake. All right, here we go. I got it fixed. I'm gonna make it a 2-page view. Okay, here we go. Battery Park. Battery Park. As the sun went down, Mrs. Gunter, Kim, and Kurt had a picnic in Battery Park. Kim was all set to relax. She was tired after her long day of job hunting. After the picnic, Kurt went to the railing and pointed at the Statue of Liberty. Why is the Statue of Liberty holding up an ice cream cone? He asked. Kim smiled. Kurt, that's not an ice cream cone. It's a torch. What's a torch? A torch is a stick with fire on one end, said Kim. Fire is cool, said Kurt. A torch is what they used in the old days when there were no lights, Mrs. Gunter explained. I'll bet Dwight, the man of light, sells torches, said Kurt. Kim smiled. And since it's Dwight, she said, I'll bet the price is right. Mrs. Gunter explained. The Statue of Liberty was given to the United States by France. You mean it was a gift? Kurt asked. Mrs. Gunter nodded. Man, he said, that's one big present. They must have needed a big box to gift wrap it. I think they sent it over here in parts and then welded the parts back together to make the statue. Welding is cool, said Kurt. There are cooler things in life than welding, said Mrs. Gunter. Like what? Said Kurt. Like being free, said Mrs. Gunter. People here in the United States are free. Mr. Fremont is free to hire Kim or to not hire her, and Kim is free to take the job he offers her or not. Later on, if Kim decides to try to find a different job, she is free to do it. If we decide to pack up our stuff and leave Brooklyn, we are free to do it. Also, we are free to say what we feel like saying. That's what liberty means. It means being free to do what you wish, say what you wish, and think what you wish. Do you understand? Kurt nodded. Mrs. Gunter went on. The Statue of Liberty reminds us that we are free. It reminds us that liberty is a priceless thing. Kurt looked back at the Statue of Liberty. He was thinking of all the things he was free to be when he got bigger. A baseball player, a shop owner, a banker, baker. I see what you mean, he said. Liberty is even cooler than welding. Kurt helped Kim and his mom clean up the picnic. They tossed their trash into a trash can. Then they went to the subway stop to catch a train back to Brooklyn. Okay. Actually, is the end of Unit 4's stories. So congratulations, we have completed Unit 4, guys. So tomorrow we will start on Unit 5. Okay, so remember you can go back and you're going to listen or read the stories tonight for part of your work. I'm not going to have you do any grammar today because you have those 2 assessments and you know what I'm trying to say. You have the 2 assessments in phonics, okay? So for phonics, Monday, you have your grammar assignment from yesterday. Today, you will have the 2 phonics assignments and the video, and that will be it for today, okay? So you're going to listen to the story. You have 3 stories to listen to today. 3, the visit, Battery Park, the tally. So 3 stories to listen to today. And then you're going to do those 2 worksheets, and that will be all for phonics for today. Okay, so I hope you guys have a great afternoon, and I will see you later. Bye.